Okay, sports fans, here we are with Paul. This is the grip we started with on the right. You can see you can't see any of your label on your glove, right? And what struck me the first day I saw you swing was, number one, how nice your swing plane was. The club went back. Actually, this is one of your swings later the first day. The first one, the first day, is this one. And your club went back on a very nice, your setup looks terrific. Posture's good, alignment's good, all that stuff was good. Here's the club going back. Your takeaway was terrific. But as the club went up to the top, it rolled a little bit, open. Now your back of your left wrist is very flat right here.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that oops, let me get a line here. You can see this is really nice, right over your right shoulder.
Right.
But the face hanging down right here told me that the grip was off. So without even getting in front of you to look at your grip,
right,
that club face was a red flag.
Yeah.
And the fact that your ball was fading off to the right. And since it was fading off to the right, you had to come over the top. The face is open. You had to come from the outside right there across the ball to make a playable shot.
Yeah.
And you did a pretty decent job of that. The only problem is you lose some distance.
Yeah.
You don't hit as far as you should. And then when we looked at the swing from face on, we could see that there was a lot of casting as you came down. Well, that's today. Let's see. We got your original somewhere, but you remember what that looked like.
I do.
We probably don't even need to see it anymore, do we? But so here, this swing, this was your last swing you just made. We started with the hands more neutral. We could still be more in the center of the body. And we went back and hinged it. So now your left arm is straighter than it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
There is more of an angle. You remember your original swing was here and then down this way.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now we have an angle.
Yep.
And by the time we get to the ball, we're shifting our weight, and the hands have passed before the club head. And now there's the ball taken off, and we got more of a straight line.
Yep.
That's terrific. This drill
Mm-hmm.
was key, but also we started with look at these grips.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what it's supposed to look like on the right.
Yeah.
So your left thumb is as you look down on the club, to the right of center on the shaft, and your right thumb is left of golf pride.
Yep.
Let me see.
Yep.
Then this just running in slow motion here. That's the box we're talking about.
Yep.
And I was just helping you do the waggle.
Yep.
Like you need to learn how to waggle the club, which previews the golf swing.
Yep.
Just like so. And now I straighten the left arm a bit.
Yeah.
So that'll be an exercise in itself, just trying to get that left arm like that.
Yeah.
Then we move the box, from there. Here's the same thing from face on. Your tendency was to put the club out there, your hand's too far out. And you can see, I get in there, and from this starting position, you can see I hinge the club up that line. So again, here's the waggle.
Yep.
And the face right there feels shut to you.
Yep.
And that's what you want to feel.
Okay.
Not out there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. That was your one a while ago, where you had the shaft starting from a forward position. You got it hinged fairly nice, but you can see you release it early like that, and that's what led us to this little drill. And this should be your routine, really, from now on. Is you should learn how to start from that center position and learn how to waggle the club just like that. So I've created that box.
Yep.
Then when you start back, just like Jason Duffner, he waggles it, but then he starts back more in one piece.
Yep.
And then this sets there, and then comes down. There's our so-called box, if you will. And it's not really, equal sides, but you get the point. I'm trying to get as many good angles here as I can get. And then the hands cross that line first, and the club strikes from there. The club is hitting down through the shot.
Yep.
And you can see how much my hips have moved.
Yep.
All the way through.
Yep.
Now, if you're only chipping, you're only using about that much backswing and that much through swing. You see?
But the hips still turn.
That's right. If you're hitting over the bunker, you're using more of that backswing and that much through swing. If you're hitting a 60-yard wedge, you might be using that much backswing and that much through swing. Okay? And then that brought us to this last swing right here. See, your chip shot would be just from right there to there. Your pitch would be maybe from there to there. You see? And the bigger the swing, the more wind up you get.
Right.
Just turn your body more. What have we not covered? Actually, one more little thing here.
Okay.
We were talking earlier about how you got to be careful when you go back that you're
the angles.
Yeah. So that's really nice right there. That is really nice. So now coming into the ball, you can see if you look at the difference in these two. Instead of coming from the outside, if you got your club face more square like we do on the left, you can see, look at the face.
Yeah.
So we're on plane. Both of these are on plane, but the face on the left should be on the right side of the shaft, like it is. Now it's square, so now you can bring it. That's why I had to almost take. Remember, I took that label on the ball and had the ball label almost pointed out to the right, so that you got the feel of coming from the inside, and that just puts you right on plane, you see.
And I could be inside more than that.
Yes, slightly. Not much, just slightly. I mean, I'm talking 1-2 degrees.
Yeah.
You don't want to be too far under that line either.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty darn good. And if the club face is square, like you've got it now, you'd want to swing. Keep those hands moving forward as you go through.
But again, keep that box in one piece all the way through.
Yep. And you're even finishing your swing guard now, too.
Yeah.
And in putting, the only thing we did in putting was just keep you a little quieter and put a little bit more pop on the ball, which you did pretty quick. The only thing I was reminding you of earlier is just not moving your head. Don't follow the ball.
Yeah.
The more precise you can get, the better you're going to putt. Questions?
No. Not right now, Mike. Thanks.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure having you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I hope we get to do this again somewhere.
No, I would
if
love
you come
to.
to Aspen, we'll just do a little brush up.
Yeah.
And that's really all you need.
Yeah. No, I've learned a lot.
Somebody to keep you on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. No, I've learned a lot, and this is going to help me.
Yeah.
You
Watch this over and over.
Yeah. And some of the drills, I like the idea of the 9 balls, 3, pick some targets. I mean, some of the drills.
Yeah.
That
Sounds like you were already doing some of that.
Yeah. I was doing.
Or thinking that way,
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of it.
Actually, remember I was showing you.
Yeah.
Cheyenne Woods.
Yeah. Look at that. She's like in a box, right? She looks
It's
like
like very, very quiet.
Yeah.
Very stable lower body. Look at that angle.
Yeah. That's incredible. The hands are way ahead of the
Impact. And then even when she goes through, this is interesting. Shoulder. Right arm.
Yeah.
Claw.
Yeah.
As she turns around her left leg, you see.
Yeah. And her head's still down.
Yeah, how about that? There you have it, sports fans.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right.